what's new?
Hi, Donna.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
Hey, Donna.
Hi,
Hi,
sorry I'm
Donna.
late.
I don't think you are. Well, maybe you
It's
are.
like 1 minute after 4. It's not
Yeah,
late.
a little bit. Just came from a doctor's appointment, so we know how that goes.
Mhm.
My
Fine.
appointment was 2:40,
Oh,
but yeah.
Hi, Wilson. Hi, Eric.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Hey Wilson,
how are you?
Hey, Donna.
I'll be right back. I gotta get my pills.
Gorilla, welcome back.
Well, I've been in Bobson for a long time.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. John, I just got your email. You want me to read the first 2 paragraphs on that attachment?
Nancy, read it.
I'm sorry?
Nancy, read it.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
With intention.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. It's Pat.
Hi Pat.
Hi.
Okay, see Colin is on the line. How you doing, Colin?
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you for accepting. This is,
It's.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say it's great to see how many people showed up. Good job, everyone.
It's a good turnout.
Yeah, it is. Very
Yeah.
good. Okay, so Colin Quinn O'Connor. He's the son of Pamela Quinn. Pam Quinn is a professional dancer and a PD coach who has had Parkinson's disease for over 25 years. Her personal experience of PD combined with her keen knowledge of the body derived from dance training gives her a unique position from which to analyze patients' physical functioning and to imagine creative solutions to the problems posed by PD. She experiments with a wide variety of approaches in her work, including cueing systems, music, dance, athletic drills, imagery, and other physical strategies, and instructs people with Parkinson's in group settings, functional one-on-one training, and large-scale dances. She has been invited to present her approach to some of the top universities in the country, Brown, UPenn, Rutgers, and at conferences such as the Second Parkinson's Congress of Japan, the 2015 Expo in Milan, Italy, the 2016 American Congress of Rehabilitative Medicine, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th World Parkinson's Congresses, and the 2021 Davis Finney Foundation Victory Summit.
You have to go there, Colin?
Yeah, and then most recently, which is why I'm here, she has created. You want to read that, Donna? Do you see that?
Sure, yep. Most recently, she has worked with her son, Colin, to create a digital course called Gaitkeeping, which aims to help people with Parkinson's better coordinate their walk and stay independent for longer. And today we have Colin here to talk about gatekeeping and to see if any of you would be interested, participating in a study on gatekeeping they are doing with Rutgers over the next couple of months.
That is.
Take it away,
that's
Colin.
right. That's right. Thank you so much, Donna. Thank you so much, John, for having me. Thank you all of you for taking the time. I think what you'll find what I have to say intriguing. And before I go into more detail on gatekeeping, I want to give you a little brief background of how it came to be and my role in it, because as I think that intro kind of conveys, Pamela Quinn, my mother, she's the star of the show. She's the one. She's the Parkinson's expert. So the first thing in understanding my role is to understand that Pam actually didn't begin teaching immediately after she was diagnosed. There was a 10-year gap during which she was processing that she had the disease, but also analyzing her own body, analyzing how Parkinson's was affecting it, and developing the different strategies that she eventually took into her teaching career. And what that meant for me is that growing up, I got to see her entire second career as a movement therapist take off. Because when she was diagnosed in 1996, I was only 3 years old. I didn't understand what was happening. But by 2006, when she began teaching, I was a bit older. I had a bit more perspective. And so in middle school, in high school, in college, I got to see firsthand the impact that she was having on people's lives in New York City. And I also got to see her go from this relative nobody teaching a class in New York to speaking at all of these universities and conferences across the US and across the Atlantic. And so as her child, as her son, I was obviously very proud and inspired. I still am, but as a child of the internet, I also couldn't shake the feeling that if we could find a way to take the core of what she had to offer and bring it online, it could help a much larger number of people outside New York City. So fast forward 10 years, I have a professional background in audiovisual production, journalism. I feel I have the tools needed to enable her to create just that. And so a few years ago, we sit down together and I ask her, what's the single most important thing that you think you have to offer people with Parkinson's? And without hesitation, she said, the ability to help them better coordinate their walk. And she said that's because of the physical, there's the physical component of that. If your walk is uncoordinated or you have difficulty beginning to move or it's slower than it is normally, getting around is harder. It's kind of obvious, and that can obviously be frustrating. She said that there was a whole mental component to it where, especially at the onset of the disease for her, she was very self-conscious about how she moved. And even if you're, secure about it, sometimes if you're out in public and you're not moving entirely normally, that can provoke a degree of stigmatization because people may just, even if they're good intention, they may not know what's going on. And then on a larger level, she was very passionate in saying that, your walk is the most essential unit to your quality of life. It's the bedrock of your physical independence. It's how you go see your friends. It's how you go to your classes. It's how you take a walk outside on a nice day, like today. So what gatekeeping does is it's an online course that we created that teaches people with Parkinson's how to analyze their movement in the context of PD, and how to incorporate a progression of movement strategies into their daily life, such that they can better coordinate their walk. And the hope, the aim is that makes walking easier. It makes your walk more fluid. It gives you the ability to spot small deteriorations in form as they arise, so you can address it right at their root before they become too big. Because if you ask doctors, they say it's a lot easier to maintain good form than it is to regain it. Gives people a safety net of movement strategies that make handling medication fluctuations easier or more manageable. And ultimately, it gives you the ability to reinforce and fortify good walking form over time so that you can stay independent for longer. So that's the goal of it. We're running a study. We just finished the first version of Gatekeeping at the very, very end of last year. And so for the first few months of this year, we've been testing it on a small group of PWPs in New York City to good results. But we want to formalize that data in the form of a study. We're partnering with Rutgers University to run a small pilot study, which will hopefully, good results dependent, develop into something larger. But right now it's just a small pilot study. We imagine there'll be in between around 20 people involved. We have about 12 people interested so far. And the only requirement for participation is you need to not yet use a walker or cane to get around. And you need to have Parkinson's. That's important as well. And I don't know how many of you, I think John included a link to the study webpage in an email. I don't know how many of you got a chance to look at that. But just quickly on a quick scope of what it would entail, should probably last about a month. It would entail you taking the online course that I've been talking about, practice what you learned for about a week. Then you would meet with Pam for a one-on-one session in person at Rutgers, where she'll kind of go over what you learn, make sure you understand everything, ask you any questions you have, and also customize different strategies to your own abilities and your own lifestyle. And you go back home, you practice what you learned for another week, and then you'd have a final follow-up session, which we do remotely by phone. You'd be walking around your own neighborhood outside your house, and she'd be guiding you through your headphones into kind of applying some of the different strategies you learned about. And then you'd practice a bit more, and the study would end, and you'd do a focus group. You'd be just some of the first people in the world to try gatekeeping, and the study also includes a $75 compensation for participation. So that's plenty of information to absorb. I kind of ran the full gamut. That's all I have to say. I wanted to cut it short enough so that we could have enough time for questions, comments. I have no limit on how long I can be here, so I'm just here to be a resource. Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions? I do have one. That you said it's for how many days? 2 weeks?
The whole course of the study would run over a month.
Okay.
But it'd all be remote except for the single in-person session at Rutgers, because you take the course from the comfort of your home. You have the second follow-up session from the comfort of your home. Or well, you'd be outside, but in the comfort of your own neighborhood.
Okay. Sounds pretty interesting. I wouldn't mind doing it.
I'm ready.
Right?
Like Could you explain about the privacy issues? Example, how is your name used? Is what is separated from your name versus what is your testing, and who has access to all this information that you're getting, and where is the information going to be going?
Sure.
Question.
Great question. This is a reason, one of the big reasons why we partnered with Rutgers University, who has a lot of experience handling research studies involving people with Parkinson's disease. I cannot answer all of those questions in depth myself because I don't have as much of a background in that, but I can assure you that they're HIPAA compliant. No one's name is going to be shared outside of the study. I think that's pretty standard for it to be absolutely private, your participation in the study. If you do participate in a focus group, you may be interacting with other people who were involved in the study. It may be possible, I don't know, to have an individual focus group if that's something you're kind of concerned about. But I don't know for sure. But that is, I'm here to so that's my answer to that. You could definitely get more concrete information. If you are interested, at the end, I'll kind of leave an email and phone number for you to contact, and that's our main intake contact at Rutgers University. And so she's going to be able to give you a much more in-depth answer on all of the particulars of data collection and privacy and everything else in that department.
Are you given a name or a number? Do they use your name, or do you just get a number? And then you didn't answer the part about, I'm not clear as to where the study's going. I mean, who's going to have, is it just for your mom? Who's having access to the study?
The study is Rutgers University received a grant from the Parkinson's Foundation to run this study. And they were searching for something to use the grant for.
Okay.
And my mother and I had just completed this program. We said, hey, you should run your study on this. So it's all contained within Rutgers. We don't manage any of the data, and it would all be published via a formal process that they are in charge of.
I'd like to sign up for that.
Fantastic.
No, just get a number to call, or do I sign in online here, or what?
We go to
you can go to the website. I'll also drop, let me bring it up right here. I can drop a name and phone number and email in the chat as well.
Okay.
Let's see.
Which Rutgers campus is it at?
New Brunswick.
New Brunswick? Okay.
New Brunswick, yes.
And you said first, can you just explain the 3 sessions again one more time?
Sure. First session is the Gatekeeping online course. It's what I played the biggest role in creating.
That you do on your own?
You do at home on your computer. It should take you in between an hour and 15 and an hour and a half to complete, to go through. And then about a week after that, you would be scheduled for an in-person one-on-one session with Pam at the Rutgers New Brunswick campus. And that should last about an hour. And then you have a final follow-up session, which you do by phone, walking around your own neighborhood. And there is an option, if you would like, to have 2 in-person sessions, each one spaced a week apart, if you want.
The last session is, you don't need a iPad or laptop for anything. It's just via phone when you're walking around the
A
neighborhood.
smart, yeah, a phone. That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm interested. Yeah.
What is the output of the study?
The output of the study, there are a number of, but at the beginning, I should mention this as well, there would be a number of kind of formal intake surveys that measure kind of baseline perceptions of quality of life, walking ability. There's a few standardized ones that are prominent in the PD world. I think the PQ39 is one of them. I think there's a general kind of quality of life survey. So you'll take those as an intake, and then at the end, you'll take those again, and you'll participate in a focus group, which has a kind of list of more qualitative questions. And so it's really just, I mean, this is a pilot study, so it's just even judging potential widespread efficacy if you want to get really exact. So there's no, stride increasing by, 0.5 inches over a course of 4 weeks. We're not measuring that quantitative physical data in a way that you might typically think about a gait focused study. And that's actually, that raises another point. This is a crossover study between Rutgers dance department and their psychiatry department. And the goal is to not only increase people's, physical functioning, but to evaluate how that impacts their psychological state, how it impacts how they perceive their quality of life, how that impacts their how confident they feel when they go outside. Because ultimately, I mean, yes, do I want to improve your stride by half an inch, so that it's more even, so that it's more stable, so that you walk with greater confidence? Yes, of course we want to do that. But ultimately, the most important thing is how you feel when you go outside. Do you feel confident in your ability to manage whatever Parkinson's throws your way? So we think that having a psychological component to what we're evaluating is really important. Let me continue to bring up that contact information.
What if you sometimes use a cane or a walker, but not all the time?
Right now, we are not taking, the plan is to not include people who are in that subsection. I will say, if we, for some reason, don't find enough people, then we could consider that. And I will also say that these criteria were created prior to completing gatekeeping and prior to testing gatekeeping on people. And we have privately used gatekeeping with a number of people in that precise demographic to good effect. But unfortunately, getting bureaucratic approval for the parameters of a study is an incredibly fraught process. And so at the moment, we're not including that demographic in the study, but we very much view people like yourself as someone who would benefit from gatekeeping in the future. Chat. Okay, Rutgers contact. And I can I'll send John or Nancy a follow-up email after this session as well, with all the information I'm putting in the chat right now. So
Psychiatry.
sorry, someone say something?
I'm sorry, I don't think so. I think they were talking amongst themselves.
Phone is 201.
Anybody else have any questions or?
No, I don't, no.
When would it start?
The aim is to start around June 15th. We're still kind of finalizing a few dates. We're also waiting on like a final amendment to study procedures to clear, but that should be cleared within the next couple of weeks. But our goal is to start mid-June. And we probably won't, so second to third week of June, I would say. We're gonna have to stagger scheduling because we can't do everyone all at once because it'd be too many in-person sessions, but that's a rough timeline.
So it would only be one in-person session?
Yes, you can opt for a second one if you'd like one at the end of.
I only
of the
drive
first one.
locally. I only drive.
Sorry?
locally. I only drive locally. So getting to New Brunswick is going to be a problem.
Okay. I unfortunately don't have a solution to that. I will say that like people who use a walker or cane, we're also exploring entirely remote options in the future. We're at the very much at the beginning stages where we're taking in information from people, gauging people's reactions, their needs, their wants. And so we very much hope to have a fully remote option as soon as possible. But I think for a variety of reasons, we do need people to come to at least one in-person session at Rutgers.
Guess I could figure out how to use Uber.
Yeah. I am a formal tech support throughout the study. So if you're on your computer at home and you're having trouble accessing it, or you're having any trouble whatsoever, I'm the person who will come and help you. And so if you do want to consider using Uber, I would happily offer my services to try to help you figure that out. So think about it. No need to respond. And let's see, Collins, I'm also going to put my email in the chat in case you have any additional questions after I leave. And I'm also going to leave the link. This should also be in the email that you received from John before this session, but it's the link to the study page. So all of the information I laid out about gatekeeping, plus a few more details, are outlined on that web page. And so you can, if you're not 100% set on joining the study or not joining the study, you can read it over, you can go back, you can see what more information is on the page. You can email me again. So, yeah.
How do we get that information off of the, I'm on my iPad, so how do I go and get that information? Will you be sending it, John?
Yeah. I'll make sure to send John a follow-up email with all of the information I just put in the chat.
And if you wouldn't mind, Colin, could you include me on that as well, and I can send it out?
Of course, yeah. I'll copy you, Donna, and John. Just all of that right
Terrific.
there.
Because
When
it's a
can
little
we
hard to.
call? When can
Sorry?
we- Is somebody there to take the call like this afternoon or tomorrow?
She should be. She
All
should
right.
be.
I'll give her a call later tomorrow.
Great. Yeah, fantastic.
I'll get some stuff. Good.
Great.
Not about the first, am I?
No, we have about
Just
12-ish people interested right now.
Good, okay. Well, good. I don't have a cane, walker, or any of that stuff, so I'm still fairly mobile.
That's.
And I have Parkinson's, by the way.
That is a
The
key,
criteria?
yes, that is a key criteria. But yeah, I mean, yes, we think gatekeeping, we hope that it applies across as wide a demographic as possible. We're excited by the fact that we've tested it with people who use canes and walkers, and it's seemed to work well, but it's created it with a preventative focus, kind of preemptive focus, because I mean, in all of our lives, we tend to let problems unfortunately build up until until it's too late.
Well,
So,
I'd rather learn this and then not have to use a cane walker or, stuff. So yes, I'm in.
That's right.
Colin, me too.
Fantastic.
I'm
Fantastic.
joining.
You're in.
Fantastic. That's
Me
great.
as well.
Good.
That's great.
Yep.
I couldn't be happier.
Okay, so now you got we're up to 20 now soon, right?
It's filling up quick.
Oh, you're
so-
15 now, so you got 5 more to get, and then good. Good.
Yep.
It's great.
Good.
Looking forward to participating.
Thank you so much, guys. So I'll follow up with that email to John and Donna. Can you type your email? Oh, I could get your email from the group email he sent. I
Yes.
could just stick it out of there.
Yep.
Okay.
Starts out .509.
Hey, Mr. Cantor, what are you doing?
I'm listening to some
You're in? Are you in on this, Jeff? You gonna do it?
in both hands.
Okay, so we have me, Cirillo, John, and Craig. Is there anybody else?
Kim,
Kim, right?
Larry,
Larry, okay.
Got me, Donna?
Dot, yep.
Mhm.
So we got 7 so far, just from this group.
That's fantastic.
I would sign
And-
up for it,
and
but I'm not
if-
sure if I meet the criteria.
Eric, sign up and be eliminated if you need to be eliminated. It's harder to sign up.
Then sign me up also.
Okay,
I'd be interested
also.
Mike,
And I think we can probably over enroll by a few people. 20 is the target number, but I think they'll want to get a few more people than 20, because with studies, there's always some level of attrition. And if we get a few more people, that's totally fine as well.
got 9 from this group.
That's great. That's great. So no additional questions? Yeah, Kim, it looks like you're muted.
Donna, you can add.
Sorry, can I just clarify, Donna?
Bill.
You weren't signing us up. You're sending us an email. We have to sign up. Isn't that correct?
Right.
Yes, I just wanted to get, the
Okay.
names of
It
this,
sounded like
anyone from this
everybody was
group.
talking about you're signing us up, so.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you'll have to go through a formal
Fine,
sign
yeah.
up process.
that's fine.
Yeah, I think Pat was was it Pat who was asking those questions about privacy? I mean, that's the whole, that's part
I
of the
would
whole
prefer to sign up
process.
myself.
Yes. So, so nothing informal.
So now we have 10 because Bill just put his name on the list. So we've got 10 people from this group.
That's fantastic.
Well, and Allison sent out that original email, what, a couple weeks ago, a week ago? There might still be people responding to that, so.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that was for this, was it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, I think that was something else because I think the first time I got it was from you, John, the other day. So, but yeah, it looks like a couple more people and we could be our own study.
You could be.
Yep.
So,
All right. Well, Colin, it was wonderful. I don't know if anybody has any other questions or comments or anything for Colin.
I just wanted to ask John, did you sign up? John Kalaya.
We'll be signing up.
Okay, good.
You
All
will
right.
be? Okay. Now we're up to 11.
Not trying to control anyone.
guys, thank you so much for
Have
your
to put
time.
anybody on the spot.
I'd be happy to look into figuring out how to use an Uber, help you with that.
Uber or Lyft or something like that. And since it's
Uber,
only one
Lyft.
time, it's okay.
I have an unofficial, well, I guess soon to be official, but with my mother, I'm well versed in Parkinson's tech support, especially over the course of the pandemic. So, all right, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure
Thank
to
you,
meet all of
Colin.
you. Have a good
Thanks.
session. Bye-bye.
Take care.
All
Bye-bye.
right, thank you.
Bye.
I think it sounds great.
Yeah.
They can help with that. That would be a big plus.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, walking has been my biggest loss so far.
Yes, mine has gotten worse over the last couple of months. I can't seem to stand straight.
Yeah,
Never mind walking.
yeah.
But
I pretty much look like a drunken sailor when I'm walking.
yeah, join the club. And then when you get me and my mother together, she's holding on to me and I don't know who's stumbling more. People look at us probably and say, what is wrong with these ladies? But
Okay, I'm gonna go, guys.
okay.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
Dawn. Thanks, Dawn.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, you'll send me the email?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep,
thank
as soon
you.
as you send it. All right, take care.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. Thanks,
this
guys,
time-
for setting that up. And I'll see everybody on Wednesday, I guess.
Yes, you coming in person?
I was just going to ask. It's in person still, right?
Yes, it is. It's going to be outside in the front under the tents.
Cool. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
bring
right.
my
This,
voice.
this invitation couldn't come at a better time. I've been training for a walk in Spain in the fall, and I see that the farther and harder I walk, I seem to get less diminishing returns. I get cramps. The next day, instead of feeling good, I walk, I shuffle.
Yeah.
I think this is a very good time that this study was offered to us.
I just went to New Orleans last week, and first time I've been anywhere in over 3 years. And one day I walked 14,000 steps. I only know that because my friend had the monitor. And I'm telling you, by the time I was done, everything was screaming. And my feet, my legs, and I was exhausted. I was exhausted for 2 days. So,
I can still walk 4 miles, but beyond that, I get stiffness in my right leg.
Yeah, my legs are just weak. I try to walk. I was walking at one point down by my mom's, 1.75 miles, and I can't even make it without having any issues, like a half a mile.
yeah, mine's changed a
Yeah,
lot.
just everything is so
Used to
weak.
walk
my
all the
legs.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I say. So I keep going.
Well,
Yep. Yeah. Save what you have.
yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. See you guys Wednesday.
Yes, ma'am. We'll be there.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. John, thank you again for all
Yes,
your
John,
good
thank
work.
you
Thanks,
so
John.
much. This was perfect.
Thanks, John.
Good, guys.
All right.
Great turnout.
Yeah, it was. Hi, Judy.
Whoops.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you, Donna?
Good, hanging in there.
Uh-huh.
Will we
Oh,
see you
thank
guys
you.
on Wednesday?
What?
Will we see you guys there on Wednesday?
I don't think so, because on Thursday we have to be at JFK because we have an eval with Ally.
Okay,
So I think we're just going to Zoom it on Wednesday. I think 2 days is too much in a row for him.
yeah, okay,
So that's too bad, but bad timing.
yeah. It's gonna be good though. It's gonna be fun.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Larry had a wonderful time at the concert.
Oh,
And,
nothing, there's nothing like that.
you know, I took a short video. You asked me for pictures.
Mhm.
Larry and his aide Lavelle are primarily in it. You're slightly in the background. If you want, I can send you that.
No, the picture was good.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you I don't know why
All
you
right.
didn't do it the first
Yeah,
time.
no, that's okay. That's okay. It was good.
So you're looking good though.
I'm having some bad days, but you know, comes and goes.
Mhm.
It's tough. You know, I'm very stressed with taking care of my mom.
Yeah, I
And
can understand.
yeah, it's just because she's not remembering things, including conversations that we've had about certain things, important things too. And then she gets very feisty and very angry at me, and she'll yell at me and she says, forget about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay. So I just go in the front living room and I put the TV on and sit there until she cools down a little bit. But
Mhm.
we are too much alike. We battle on things. She says, no, you never told me. Yes, mommy, I remember telling you, you were sitting right here, and no, you didn't. All right, you're right, I didn't, but I'm telling you now. You know, so we're supposed to have we have a Memorial Day weekend is a big weekend down the shore, and we have probably 15 people coming and staying.
Oh.
To the point that my aunt and uncle bring their motor home. They can sleep probably 6 people in there. So it works out great. It gives us an extra bathroom, extra sleeping space. And all of a sudden she said to me the other day, she says, please don't invite anybody else. I can't handle it. I said, okay. But I think she's coming around to just my cousins. There's a couple of my cousins and my one uncle I want to invite because they're always there, you know. So if my sister says to her, we should invite them, she'll agree. But when I say it, like, no, I don't want anybody else. So I'm letting my sister handle a lot of stuff, and I'm just there for the extra hands.
Hey, look, you're doing a lot for your mom. Let your sister take part of the responsibility.
Oh, she does. The difference is she's working. I don't work. So I can do a lot more of the stuff. I'm actually going back down by her. I came home yesterday. I'm going back down Thursday because I have to take her to her treatment on Friday. And then it's Memorial Day weekend. So, and I'll be down there then till the 1st.
Well,
I'll be
have a
back.
wonderful-
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. It always is. We have a blast down there. Hopefully the weather holds up and it's not as hot as it was over the weekend. It's like 90 degrees both days. We had a baby shower to go to my cousin's house. Thank God they got a big house and a lot of air conditioning because I don't think many people sat outside for any length of time. It was so hot. But
yeah.
So that's about it. I'm really
Well,
looking forward
enjoy.
to. I'm sorry.
Enjoy. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend.
Yep, you too. And you need anything else, John? Are we good?
Just for your information, my name is not iPad, it's Caroline, but I couldn't rename it. I was having trouble.
Okay.
Nice seeing you, Waldo.
Take care.
Take care.
How are
Bye-bye.
you doing, Art? Bye, Judy.
Okay,
Doing good?
yeah, put it in my computer,
I'm sorry?
put it in my computer.
All right, well, if you don't need anything else, John, I'm gonna sign off.
Bye.
We good?
We're good, yeah.
Okay, thank you again for setting this up.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be great. Looking forward to it.
This is gonna be great too.
Yep. All right, take care, everyone.
Wednesday.